welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream. So here's the plan. I want to do a couple of things. Number one, I want to look over the Pokemon Presents that came out on Sunday, because I've got some thoughts to share, and I don't know if everybody else saw it because it was at like 6 in the morning here. So this is the Pokemon Presents that came out on Sunday, and we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because it's probably gonna be kind of loud. We're gonna watch this and kind of go through a couple of different things that they talked about. There you go. Lola Pokemon are coming to Pokemon Go. Yeah. Okay. Congratulations to Pokemon Masters. You get some new stuff, I guess. Not really. I don't personally care. I don't play Pokemon Masters. But congratulations, Pokemon Masters, okay? Congratulations. So for those of you that never got to experience this event when you were younger, which was probably most of you, ta-da! They're adding the Shaman event to BDSP. In fact, it's already in the game. Now, fun fact, I actually did get to experience that event when I was younger, because I had a friend that had an action replay. So I got to experience all the events because we just put them in my game. I was 12, I think. I thought it was sick. I mean, the events are always kind of, they're pretty short, usually not like crazy, but it's always fun getting to actually like go to those locations. So it looks like some new battles, right? Okay, and whoa! Would you look at that? 4 Ultra Chat electrodes just ready to clap your cheeks, and you just roll right into them. Dangus. Yeah, so you get the Daybreak update, which also came out on the 27th yesterday. This, I think they explain a little bit, but it basically adds in like new like mass outbreaks. So then they showed this. Immediately, the moment this popped up on the screen, my first reaction, Detective Pikachu 2. Immediately, I was like, oh, it's another Detective Pikachu. It's live action. Easy dub. But then, this guy's sweating, by the way. This guy's sweating. Still feels like Detective Pikachu, right? Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Dun, dun, dun. What is this? Oh, it's a new region. Oh, look at it, the Hoppip flying. 2 FPS windmills. Pokemon all over the place. Pikachu. No way. Some things you're probably already noticing. Graphically, a bit of a different style, just slightly, than Sword and Shield. It looks very similar to the style they went with for the new Pokemon Snap game. which we'll get into more in a second. I'm just going to kind of let this play out for you guys. Starters! Let's go! Huge. The starters, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Let's go! Gen 9. And they're named after colors again. Back to their roots, dude. So late 2022. Okay, so let's talk about a few things in that. First and foremost, let's talk about these starters. Okay, so the starters. Lots of reactions around the internet to these starters, all over the spectrum of reactions that you could possibly have. I think I saw every different take possible about these things. Look, every Pokemon generation, they show the starters, and it's, you know, the immediate reaction is usually those don't even look like Pokemon. Those look like, you know, fan-made Pokemon, yada, yada, yada. It happens every single time. Personally, I don't mind them too much. I think they're fine as starters. They don't really get me hyped, though I will say I do love the duck. As you guys know, I'm an Oregon Ducks fan, so I like ducks in general. So I like the duck. I think he's got swag. I like his like blue hair / hat. I don't really know. Yeah, I like the duck. The pepper, or some people have said an apple, it's whatever. The fire type starter is fine. It's fine. Like, it's not, as a person that starts with fire types every generation, it concerns me a little bit because it makes me think we're going to get another slow fire type starter that's going to be another physical attacker for like the last, 6 generations, save maybe one in Delphox. Every other one since after Typhlosion has basically just been like a physical attacker. So like, it worries me a little bit. But I'm hoping it's still a fun Pokemon regardless. As long as it's not ass, I'll be all right. And then you have the cat, which I think has probably had the most notoriety, I guess, just because people love cats or something. And yes, it's pretty much weed cat. It looks fine. Again, it's probably the most Pokemon looking out of the 3, to be honest with you. I think that's mostly because of the eyes. I'm curious to see what the evolutions will look like, but I think that overall, as new starters, they're fine. They're not like offensive. I don't have any like strong feelings about the starters, other than the fact that the duck looks great and it's swaggy as fuck. Let's talk about the art style of the characters really quick. Okay, so this is my really only big gripe so far from the trailer, from what we've seen so far. I hate the character designs, and I know that they put out some more like official art, but I don't like the character designs at all in this generation. I think they're super bland and just very boring. Like, they have like school uniforms on, which like, if it fits with the story, then like great, but the uniforms look like shit. And the characters themselves look so boring. Like, there's nothing that makes them stand out. Like, oh dude, the trainer drip is so bad. So I'm not super stoked about the trainers themselves. This is the like official art for them or whatever in their respective versions. These are the new trailers. Yeah, I don't care for them at all. I really don't. They are just so boring. Like, their hats look, they're kind of, it is what it is sort of a thing. It just doesn't feel like it matches the rest of the outfit very well. They have like ties on. The orange shorts in Scarlet are awful. They're really bad. Like, I really hope there's some good customization options, because these are some of the most like milquetoast characters that we've had in a while. The art style, again, it's got that kind of new Pokemon Snap art style, which you may like it, you may not like it. It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, I didn't mind it, but I don't know if I would like a whole mainline game with that art style. But I'm willing to, I didn't think I was going to like the art style much of the Diamond and Pearl remakes, but it grew on me a little bit, enough to still like not care too much. So I feel okay about this so far as the art style goes. So this was something a lot of people pointed out as well. We're starting to see some new like texture work on some Pokemon. So you can see like Seviper, you can actually like see Seviper's scales now, which is pretty neat. I don't think that's something we've ever really been able to see before in a Pokemon game. I don't think. Don't quote me on it. But I'm excited about, the potential of, if they're putting this much detail into some of the textures on the Pokemon, some of the different ways we'll be interact with the Pokemon, and, it might be more of like an immersive experience when you interact with them, just because it feels a little more lifelike, I guess, or just a more engaging art style, maybe. I don't know. I'm just happy they're not using the exact same models from the last like 3 generations of Pokemon. I'm glad that they're using some new models, it seems like. A little more of that sort of Legends Arceus sort of style, But yeah, you can see the scales on the purple and the yellow too. Like it's really neat looking. It looks cool. And then additionally, Magnemite looks really nice as well. That metallic sort of sheen on it, and how it interacts with the lighting. Like you can the Pokemon just seem to look a bit, they seem to look better than Sword and Shield. And the kind of like contrast of the environment seems to be better as well. Again, it's a short reveal trailer, so we can't make a ton of like definitive statements about it, but I'm happy so far with how things look, given that the game is, like 8 months out or whatever. Like for a game that's still in, pre-release, like it's fine, it's fine. Hopefully some, improvements will be made around resolution. I don't love that, these grand Pokemon ideas are getting held back by only being on the Switch. Like, I mean, I'm not saying they need to bring Pokemon games to other platforms or whatever, but it's just kind of sad that, these games are limited on the Switch because it's the Switch, so you have to have a really strong, Nintendo is usually really good about that. They'll have like a really strong art style or whatever, or something really aesthetically unique that, doesn't make you feel like you need like next gen graphics or whatever. Like that's usually, Nintendo never really does those like cutting edge graphics. But so far the style hasn't like wowed me enough to that point. It's just made me be like, okay, it's fine, but it doesn't like hype me up, but I do like how it, feels a little bit more like some of like the Legends Arceus environments and Pokemon models, and you can see them in the overworld. I think they also stated like, I think it's maybe later in this, they stated in something like, or it was a tweet, I think. They were like, enjoy an open world adventure in the new open world Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So that should be, the idea of it being open world makes me happy. I hope they don't just say open world but still make it really restrictive. But I love the idea of it being open world. Pokemon has needed that for a long time, and I think Arceus kind of showed that, even though Arceus was still not completely open world, but it was still basically. That's pretty much all I really have to say. It's a fine reveal so far. It doesn't inspire like a lot of hype, but I'm looking forward to seeing how these games come along, seeing what adjustments are made and whatnot. It should be interesting, to say the least. And that's just the reveal trailer. They did, as you guys have continued to spam me in the chat while I'm trying to talk about this. You're like, look at the website! I'm like, okay, I'll look at the website. The website talks a little more in depth about some of these things. I just wanted to give you the reactions to the trailer itself first. So it goes a little more in depth with what's going on, but allowing you to explore freely in a richly expressed open world. So this, again, this open world idea, pretty cool. Looking forward to that. Notice the Pokemon in this picture are like battling each other in the overworld. It doesn't seem like it's going to have to create like a whole giant animation to do battles, which was something really nice about Arceus, was that battles were very quick. Like you could get through things quickly. It didn't feel jarring. It was just like really nice. So that's a positive. Various towns blend seamlessly into the wilderness with no borders. You'll be able to see the Pokemon of this region in the skies, in the seas, in the forests, on the streets, all over. You'll be able to experience the true joy of the Pokemon series, battling against wild Pokemon in order to catch them, now in an open world game that players of any age can enjoy. So, again, they are stressing that it is an open world game. So, I am curious to see. I mean, they nailed open world to a T with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is like exactly what you'd want open world wise. I am curious how they're going to do that with Pokemon. Pokemon has always historically kind of followed a bit of a linear path. So it's going to be a very big shakeup to make it not that. They also, I haven't seen any mention of gyms yet. But it does seem like there is like a Pokemon League kind of based on that initial picture. So I don't know. Starters are fine. Again, I already talked about the starters. They're fine. This guy's a bit of a chonker. So again, worries me a little bit, but it is what it is. I actually will say, I don't want to go on too much of a tangent here. I have been an advocate for a long time for Pokemon to move away from the grass, fire, water starters. I've been ready for them to move on from that since, I mean, at least Gen 7. Like, we don't have to have every Pokemon game be grass, fire, water every single time. I would really, really like to see Pokemon experiment with giving you a different type of starter, especially for 3 types that are always so prevalent in games anyways. Like, you don't feel like using a different grass Pokemon because you feel obligated to use your starter, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like anytime I pick a fire type, I don't feel like I should use another fire type because I already have one. So it's fine that we're still going grass, fire, water, but I would really, really like them to try to break away from that in some, even if it's in like a spin-off or something, like just try to break away from it to make it a little fresh. That's what we have so far. Overall, again, I'm looking forward to seeing more about the game. I can't say I'm necessarily hyped about the games, but I am excited to see more of what they have to show for this. The open world stuff does intrigue me, and the designs of the starter do also kind of intrigue me on where they're going with some of the Pokemon designs. So that's how I feel. Your reactions might be different, but that's personally just how I feel about them. So that's where I'll leave that at.